everybody, I'm Anthony, and this is Buzzcast Episode 8. Today with me I have...
Zeb Reichert.
Zane Reichert.
Addison Pettiford.
Alright, anyway. So today we are going to go over our quick 5 topics because, as everyone knows, we record on our Sunday nights, and The Walking Dead Season 4 is premiering as we speak, and I need to get inside and watch it. So, the first topic we're going to talk about is Arrow premiered with its first episode of Season 2, City of Heroes, last Wednesday. Addison, yay or nay for the first episode, or the season premiere of Arrow?
I give it a low nay. Mostly because this season is so... it's a copy of Dark Knight Rises. Now...
Explain.
Okay, so... At the end of the first season, Green Arrow's best friend dies. And so he disappears and goes back to the island where he was stranded on. And, he was, I can't go back. My friend's dead. I don't belong there. And then his friends come and take him back to the city like, we need you. We don't need you as a vigilante. We need you as Oliver Queen because your business is going down. And this woman is trying to take over. So he comes back. He leaves a black guy to be the CEO of his company. He constantly bitches about being the hero again. And then at the end, he does it. It's dark. It's Green Arrow
You didn't
Rises.
well, but this afternoon he explained it to a team. You were like, wow, this really is Dark Knight Rises in 30 minutes.
I mean, it really is, because the woman that's trying to take over his company is as
Summer
cold.
Glau?
Yeah, is as cold as Miranda Tate in the movie in Dark Knight Rises.
Doesn't matter, I'll get canceled anyway.
Yeah, it's just when I was watching, I was just, this is Dark Knight Rises.
Hey, the Summer Glau's on board. It's going down.
Yeah.
It's
She's a show killer. That's her only superpower.
I don't know who's right. I can't remember the name of who's writing the show, but they are really, really copying off Batman because this Green Arrow is just so. It's like, I'm damaged.
You're saying that about Green Arrow. Of course they're copying off of Batman. Green Arrow is just poor man's Batman.
Yeah,
he has an arrow cave in the books. Come on.
The quiver.
Yeah, Harley Quinn's like, why don't you just call it the quiver? He goes, shh! That's really good.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with Addison on this one. I give it a nay. It was, I don't know, I don't really like Green Arrow for the most part anyway, and just making it more derivative, you're just not winning me over here. So I'm going to give it a thumbs down.
Alright, Zeb, yay or nay?
I'm gonna be a nay as well. I actually really love Green Arrow, but this is I've just never really been a fan of Smallville-esque shows like this. They just never sit well with me, and it's not exactly just because it's not the same canon. Like the story is totally different. It's just that for some reason the writing just never sits well with me. I don't like the way it's paced at all. Mm-hmm. So no, nay, unfortunately.
Well, I'm going to be the only one who gives it a yay. I've liked this series since the beginning. It started out, like Addison said, it was you saw all the cues from the Dark Knight Rises, and even this Arrow is a darker version. But I mean, I have faith for the rest of the season, and I saw some things I liked. I like the fact that he's kind of changed a little bit, and he's going to move slowly towards not the funny kind of Green Arrow where he's the comic relief, but he's like, he didn't kill these people, kidnapped his sister, and he could have gone as Arrow or the vigilante, and he would have killed them all like he did in the first season. This season, he just shot them in non-lethal spots and then tied them up, and the police came and got them. And I like the ending. The ending we saw, Speedy trying to come in and save a girl being mugged, which just proves that he has no ability if he's not parkouring off of a wall. I mean, if he's not fighting off a wall or jumping onto somebody, he's useless. He got his butt kicked, and then the Black Canary character, who was casted over the summer, she made her first appearance, where you don't see her face really. She just kind of pops in, has a bow staff or
2 bow staffs,
and then she takes people down, and then she jumps off a ledge and she disappears. But I mean, it just gives me an idea that one day we will eventually have a Batman TV series, because this is perfect for it, because it has all the elements that Batman needs. Not so much that Green Arrow needs, but a Batman series. Yes.
Just to add, when you mentioned Speedy Roy, it's just he's the Joseph Gordon-Levitt character. The guy, the young character who's kind of obsessed with the vigilante and is trying to do his part to protect the city, like this vigilante did. So yeah, that's how I see it.
All right. Our next topic will be in New York Comic Con. It was announced that Dan Slott would be giving off a new a new story arc called the Goblin Nation, and this will include the Green Goblin taking over New York. I'm guessing where he's going to have his legion that he has been building off of the Hobgoblin gang, and his Green Goblin gang are going to merge together and become Goblin Nation. They're going to try to take over New York, and I guess they'll take on Superior Spider-Man and his minions and the Avengers. So it's going to be an all-out war in New York. Addison, yay or nay for Goblin Nation?
I give it a yay. It sounds interesting because this new Spider-Man has like an army of just spider minions. So it's just gonna be, I just imagine Spider-Man sitting on top of like a robotic spider with a sword and just like onward.
He's a repurposed Spider Slayer.
Yes. Yeah, it's just gonna be like Braveheart.
Mm-hmm. All right, Zane, yay or nay for Goblin Nation?
Yay. I really like Superior Spider-Man. I think it's one of the most interesting things they've done with the character in almost a decade.
So you're not one of the people sending Dan Slott hate mail telling him they're going to kill him because he killed Peter Parker.
Oh, no. Like, I love you, Dan Slott. Thank you for doing this. Like, Superior Spider-Man's brilliant. I love reading the character. I think it's fascinating. And having the Goblin Nation show up is exciting. It's a great direction for it. I haven't really been following a whole lot of the news, but I've just been reading the issues. And seeing that be the sort of climax of this series is going to be great.
Mm-hmm. Zeb, yay or nay for Goblin Nation?
I'll give it a tentative yay, because everything happens in New York. Like, Spider Island, there's just been, like, just tons of different examples of... Like, we've also got, like, the Avengers. They almost always happen in New York. And this is... and a lot of the Secret Invasion happened in there, too.
Well, no one wants
and
to take over New Jersey.
There. Like...
Look, they still have bears in New Jersey. No one wants to go there.
What the hell is that? What's that?
Get back to the ship.
Get back to the ship! No, they're just like giant rats. Okay,
oh, God. That's fine. I'll give it a yay because I think it's a wonderful idea, and it'll be a really awesome thing to watch. Because I mean, Dark Reign was also in New York, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. And Dark Reign was also kind of like
Marvel
that.
Is in New York.
Yeah. It was like 2 or 3 different factions fighting for New York at that point. Mm-hmm. But with the characters that they've got here, they've got like a whole bunch of goblins, and then they've got like
A whole bunch
evil
of spiders.
Spider-Man. Like,
He's not really evil.
just anti-hero Spider-Man more, I guess.
He uses really questionable tactics. It's like if Dr. Octopus were a hero but still liked to have goons.
It's a repurposed government.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
But, alright, so...
No, I'm just saying, yeah, I'll give it a yay,
A yay.
because I do want to read this, and I do hope it does well. But it's a tentative yay because I've seen other ones that just are vanilla, like the exact same thing as the last one.
Yeah. I'm also going to give it a yay. I think it'd be funny if, in the midst, like you said, everything's in New York, if somewhere there was dialogue and saying, and kids, that's how I met your mother. In the midst of the Goblin Spider-Man war. But, so yeah, everything happens in New York. Kind of getting tired. It would be cool if they branched off somewhere else. But I know Spider-Man is New York. Like, I wouldn't expect him to be anywhere else, but, maybe if...
Yeah.
Why would you live in New York anymore? That's like living in Angel Grove.
I was just about
Why?
to say, it's the new Angel
In the
Grove.
Marvel universe right now, things are either happening in New York or in that one small town in Kansas. That's
Yeah.
it. That's it. Like,
All right.
Who wants to live here?
yeah.
So we also had some insider source, relay information to us that Scott Snyder, the writer for Batman, the New 52 Batman, will might be.
We're not committing to this information.
No, we're not. But might be introducing Stephanie Brown as something in the New 52 universe. If you didn't know, Stephanie Brown was a previous sidekick. Technically, if you want to do it on this timeline, she was the first female Robin, and then Carrie Kelly came in the distant future. But
she was the character Spoiler, and then got in with Tim Drake Robin and replaced him for a small period of time, and then got
killed.
Her face fed to her by Black Mask.
What?
Yeah. Or wait, no, that was Catwoman's prostitute friend. Yeah, Catwoman's prostitute friend got her face fed to her.
Everyone's face is just, that is grotesque.
Wait,
dark.
cut her face off and eat it. Eat it.
Oh, that's not the topic. So,
No.
Addison, yay or nay for possibly Stephanie Brown being reintroduced into the New 52 universe?
Oh, I give it a yay. I think it's going to be interesting because, Robin is dead. There is no Robin, so she could possibly be Robin for a second and then do whatever. So, should I give it a yay?
Zane, yay or nay for Robin?
Well,
Or not Robin, sorry. Stephanie Brown Robin.
Well, I mean,
or not Robin, but Stephanie Brown being introduced into the DC universe.
Let me sort of slow down because I don't think I can actually do a yay or a nay for this one. She's going to be impermanent if she becomes a Robin. She's not going to be a Robin for a long period of time. They're just not going to do it. So I don't think that we're going to have a good chance to really care for this character as long as she becomes a Robin. If they do something else with her, sure, I still don't really care. So I'm going to have to abstain from this one. I don't have any feeling negative or positive about her showing up. She's going to be in the universe, and we'll see what happens.
On the fence.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm also very ambivalent about this. I'm leaning towards yay because I like reading about different characters. If it's just like another Dick Grayson or another. Well, Damien was actually pretty different, but he's not around anymore.
Seb, yay or nay for something?
I'll just give it a yay for now. I'll withhold my judgments until then.
Mm-hmm.
So
if it even happens.
Yeah, if it even happens.
I'm gonna give it a nay. I mean, I would be excited to see her be reintroduced, but we just brought in Carrie Kelly saying that she exists in the current New 52, and apparently she's gonna have a role to play with Batman because the new upcoming Batman and the Batman and Robin series. It won't no longer be Batman and Robin. It'll be Batman and there are a couple. There will be Batman and Two-Face, where it'll be the heads up Two-Face, and then there will be Batman and Two-Face when it's the tails up Two-Face.
That's cool. What if they did a reversible book so that one side was the Two-Face
That's
one,
cool.
then you flip it over, and then it's the bad Two-Face
So
one?
these are going to be like he actually is like
DC, hire me.
with Two-Face as either an adversary or an ally.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I've heard. But I mean, and also they're saying that Carrie Kelly, and I would find it to be cool if Carrie Kelly was the new current Robin, where it wasn't like, the future one where she has a slingshot, where it was a little bit more sophisticated. I mean, not that I'm saying that we're going to destroy the whole Dark Knight Returns, and we'll just let that be its own thing, but reintroduce her, have her do something more, so she's not turning into, Catwoman or Catgirl, where she's,
I like the Cat Girl.
Catgirl is pretty cool.
She had roller skates.
Roller skates, yeah.
There's no roller blades.
But yeah, so I'm going to give it a nay. Our next topic will be another DC related topic. We have talked about how the next DC animated movie will be Justice League War, which will be the Justice League origin for the New 52. And this one, Darkseid attacks, the world, and the greatest superheroes team up and take him on and all that. Well, they've announced that they are going to replace Aquaman with Shazam because they are going to give Aquaman his very own movie that's separate and an origin story for him. So he will have nothing to do with the Justice League forming, but instead Shazam will be. So Addison, yay or nay for this, new news for Justice League War?
I give it a yay. I think it's pretty cool because this new Aquaman that Jeff Johns has kind of released is more of a. He's not the wah, 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 wah. I'm going to ride my dolphins into battle. But
giant seahorse, mind you. Not
giant seahorse. You're right. this isn't the Super Friends Aquaman anymore. This is the, Jeff Johns, which is he's more violent, I guess. He could literally summon Sharknado and.
Oh no! Like a water spout with sharks in it.
All right.
So, he just watches them at
it is cool
and stuff.
because with Aquaman he might get outshined by the other heroes. So I think by showing how awesome he is in his own movie, that you're just like, okay, this is an awesome Aquaman. Then have him appear in a different Justice League movie. So yeah, I give it a yay.
Yeah,
Zane.
Aquaman's definitely his PR mode. He really needs to save his public face before he starts showing up. I don't know. I give it a yay just because I haven't really liked a lot of the Darkseid versions that we have seen so far. I didn't even really like the Bruce Timm Darkseid. I'm going to be honest. Just like I didn't like the Bruce Timm Bane. I've been underwhelmed by how people. Is I am Bane, I will break you.
El Toro Fuerte never removes his mask.
Guess who thought that was funny?
Not Tyler just laughed.
It's contagious.
Now he's laughing at him.
But all right, can you comment?
I need a better dark side, and I'm not going to be able to see a fourth world movie on its own, but I think this will do it a little better justice.
Yeah. All right, Zeb, yay or nay for Justice League War?
I give it a yay. I really love the DC movies they've been pumping out. They've been really good, really high quality. Because I mean, All-Star Superman was fantastic, I thought. So yeah, no, I look forward to it. And the Aquaman movie. I mean, 2? Okay, sure.
Yeah.
I also love Shazam, and just having him in there is going to be fantastic. I love to see especially the dynamics between Shazam and like Superman are always interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, big yay for me.
Yay. Okay. For me, I'm gonna do a hesitant yay. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm excited for this series, but I really wanted Aquaman to be in it because one of the big things about Aquaman being on this Justice League was, the other Aquaman was like, oh, we're a team, but this Aquaman's, I'm a king. I don't follow orders. So the entire time, like when he and Superman or he and Batman, it's mostly him and Batman, but Batman was like, we need to do this, and he was like, why? I lead a military myself. I have a plan to conquer the surface world, 4 different ways. I can handle this invasion. So it's like back and forth between him and Batman, and I mean I kind of look forward to that. Instead, we're gonna have Shazam, which is cool, but we'll have 2 Supermen fighting, and it almost doesn't make sense. Then why don't the 2 of them just take on Darkseid? If Darkseid can barely take on Superman, then Superman and Shazam should make it no problem at all. But and also we're gonna miss out on the best scene in the whole origin story, which was someone was like, "Oh, it's Aquaman. Doesn't he just talk to fish?" And then Aquaman just turns to the ocean, lifts up his Triton, and all of a sudden these giant sharks come from the water and just start taking down parademons that are flying across the ocean from the boom tube. Wow. So I mean, I don't want to miss out on that, but apparently will. Yes.
Now that I think about it, I kind of don't want. I hope there's not going to be the Shazam that's been appearing in the new 52 because he's not like the
He's a brat.
Yeah, he's not the Billy Batson that we all know. It's like he's literally the Boy Scout. Like, I need to do what's right. I'm going to be a hero. Now I have the power to do that. Instead, in this new series that Jeff Johns wrote, he's he's kind of just like a brat. He's kind of more, I don't listen to authority, blah blah blah. But then I've got the power. I can do whatever I want. Exactly. There's actually a scene when he's Shazam. He's running around like he saves a woman. It's like, hey, can I have some money since I saved you? That's not Captain Marvel that we know. He makes
Champion of Mortals.
Yeah. So, but still, it just depends on the Shazam.
Yeah. Okay, and finally, this brings us to our last topic. We had a special episode where we talked about the new mega forms of Pokemon and the ones they've released. Well, according to, is it Pokemon Celebi? Or Celebi?
Cerebi.
Cerebi, different ways of saying it. Anyway, they released a list of the mega forms that will be in the game. Now, from what I understand, these are all the mega forms that will be in the game. And it varies from, they've added, you see Gengar, there's Tyranitar, Argon, Pinsir, Gyarados. So there are a bunch of new ones. And Heracross. Which, if you notice, a lot of the new Mega Pokemon are Pokemon that Ash has. So it's probably in the new series it'll be Ash and the Mega Adventures of Pokemon.
That ruined it for me.
But anyway.
Bad taste in my mouth. Bad taste in my mouth.
But
nay.
So we're gonna talk about Addison, yay or nay for the new Mega Form, or for the final list of Mega Forms. Are you happy about them or negative about them?
I give it a yay. I think it's pretty cool. Because now it's like they picked some of the weirdest Pokemon, the ones you kind of forget about, like Heracross, Pinsir, Scizor. Because I mean, after Scyther evolved, Scizor just kind of just disappeared. And now we're gonna give it a Mega Form. Like they give all the Pokemon we kind of forgot a Mega Form. I'm into it. I still don't think it's the final list because I feel like they could have done a lot more.
Yeah, there's 500 some Pokemon.
700.
There's very few plant type.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I feel like they're gonna pump out they should have at least 100 Mega Forms.
But they're trying to go back because I also knew that they were trying to make it because the generation of Johto, I love Johto. That's probably my favorite realm. But they are making the Pokemon safer. Like if you look at Scizor or Scyther, they made it claws instead of blades, and they made Onyx instead of this giant rock. It was a shorter, like, metallic looking, smooth. It wasn't spiky and rigid. So all the Pokemon got safer as you went on. Then you got to the next season, which got a little bit more rougher, but it was like the child safety section of the Pokemon series. So, and now the Mega Forms are kind of taking it back to that
Roughness.
Give it a knife.
Yeah.
Give it a shank.
What's this Pokemon's power? Knives.
Hey, there is a sword Pokemon now.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, like a metal sword Pokemon. I actually like the
Yeah,
look of it. I can't wait for that. I'm gonna get a sword Pokemon and
Alright, but
be
yay or
like,
nay?
"Grr."
Yay.
Yeah, Zane, yay or nay for the Mega Pokemon?
I was a yay until you made that point about most of these Pokemon being Ash's Pokemon, and I, on principle, just can't endorse anything that has Ash Ketchum in it. So nay.
Nay. Zeb, yay or nay?
As long as they update the list with like more of them, just so because there's got to be more. If not, I'm gonna be very sad. So yay until I know for certain.
For me, it will be yay. I was actually really hoping that all the Pokemon would have an X and Y version. I know that's asking a lot,
Yeah.
or not every Pokemon, but every final form would have because I'd like to see Stantler have some kind of cool final form, or even Milk Tank all of a sudden have like milk cannons.
Milk Tank.
Oh, yeah, like Blastoise cannons.
Yeah.
No.
Alright, so I'm gonna give it a yay. I'm very excited for this game. I'm gonna buy it when it comes out. I haven't reserved it yet, but I'm definitely going to pick it up, especially since I have a 3DS. Why not? So yeah, that brings us to the end of our episode. We're gonna do a bonus little round. We're not gonna do an around the table on our favorite villains, but I'm gonna bring an image up. It's gonna show on the screen for you guys, and then everyone around here will give a yay or nay. And it's gonna be a Pokemon themed one. So the Pokemon have released their new Jurassic Pokemon, which is a T-Rex and I keep wanting to say a long neck. What
Bronchiosaurus.
It'd be a Patasaur.
Apatosaurus.
I thought it was Bronchiosaurus.
All right, but anyway,
No.
It'd be Brontosaur or a Patasaur.
Brontosaurs are not real.
but this scene is from the Land Before Time, and that is it is when Littlefoot's mother is fighting the Sharptooth
Okay.
on the mountain, and so they remade it with the Pokemon. Zeb
I'll go first.
Zeb, yay or nay for the Pokemon Land Before Time image?
Yay.
That was fan made.
I give it a big yay, just because it's like, I had that as my Facebook background for a little while. That's how much I love that scene. And they just, it's great looking. I can't wait for that T-Rex Jurassic Pokemon.
All right, Zane, yay or nay for the image?
Yay, but I feel sorry for whatever poor baby Pokemon is about to lose its mother.
Oh, God.
There's the dark side. Addison, yay or nay?
I give it a yay. That scene, the fight, the aftermath is such. It breaks my heart every time I think about it. But it's just so cool that someone's just like, "Hey, we could put all this together."
They've got to redo Land Before Time now with all Pokemon, because I think they have enough that they could do that of Pokemon. Like,
Yeah, I think they do.
Like-
fossil type.
yeah.
For me, I'm going to give it a tear-filled yay, especially with Land Before Time. I remember two people, I will not name their names, but I remember watching this movie with them and bawling, especially at the very end. And we all looked at each other, we will never speak of this again. Sorry, I talk about it.
Don't look away with each passing day. Don't lose your way. Don't throw it away.
Oh God.
Oh, I'm tearing up. Okay.
Anthony, clean yourself up.
Anyway. So, that was the 8th episode of Buzzcast. We filmed this on Sunday nights, and we're going to post it on Monday. Have a great week, everybody. I'm Anthony.
I'm Zeb.
I'm Zane.
I'm Addison.
And just remember, no matter how great you are, everybody, there will always be a reboot 3 years later. Peace out.